Now. I'm going to manually change things because I don't have an array to swap stuff here. Okay. I'm getting things prepared. Now, I'm going to make sure that it's all set up on the other scenes as well. So let me just pop into studio mode. And we're going to... where is it? Oh, okay. The source is already active there. Fantastic. And I'm going to make sure it's also active here. It'll be over in that corner. And then in studio mode, I'm going to move this over here. And I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to get the radar moved over and zoomed out so you guys can see the overview of this complex weather system. And that should be all the setting up I need to do, except what the heck is going on with this? Oh, wide view. That's what's going on. Okay, cool. Well then. I will be back in just a bit, everybody. My VTuber is just going to hide for the time being. And we'll bring my VTuber back if we have more time for Sonic Racing after this, after the storm here. Back in just a bit. With hopefully a noise suppression being off. That wasn't a bot in chat. That was one of Eggman's badniks. Dang. Eggman's badniks are really taking advantage of that Discord place. Okay, tablet, phone, fantastic. I'll be back in just a bit with some real-life thunderstorms.
Excuse me? That label doesn't seem correct to me. Okay, we're gonna do noise suppression off, because I think those interfere with thunder. Don't mind that bug. I think it actually did change. Oh my goodness, that's getting dark.
Crazier from my side.
That's a solid shelf right there. Let's see if I can get this the phone to like sit right here. I don't think I can. I'd have to like pin the phone against something. Pin the phone against something, not Krista. Krista's not here. I love obnoxious urban noise pollution the moment a thunderstorm starts. Sarcasm. I'm not sure how long we'll be able to be out here. Once it starts raining, I don't want all my electronics out here, so we will see. I wonder if I can do this. Nope, I can't. sort of want to grab my chicken. You know what? I'm gonna grab my chicken. Enjoy the thunder without video for a moment here. With somebody being annoyingly noisy out there too, of course. Gotta have one of those at least. Yes, they are incredibly annoying. Why is the kilobytes per second so low? Is the connection quality actually, like, garbage to you? Hold on, let me check. It doesn't look terrible. Just on time. We've got ourselves a lot of lightning flashing. High to continuous lightning. Quality seems fine. Excellent. Excellent. I can also see chat through the stream preview. But again, I can't see combined chat, so sorry if I miss a message over on YouTube there. The way the storm's approaching reminds me of last week. Except there's a bit of a difference. There's actually a storm spawning south of us while this is approaching us, which is a little different from last week.
Separate storm cells that push past by. They decided to join.
Yeah, they merged. I'm glad they're not what they were looking like earlier, though. Everybody, I don't know whether to point the camera south or whether to point it west here, because we've got lightning from both of those directions. I might need to get bug spray on, though, so I might need to cut the video feed again while I go out and do that, since I can't secure my phone anywhere. I'm hoping the thunder will be better this time, now that I have noise suppression off. Yeah. You guys see the tree moving over there? I think the wind is about to take a spike. You know, if this was the planet that the Great Rainbow Army was stationed on, you could actually politely ask a tree to move to a different location for the time being. I see a wave of dust. That's a sure sign that wind is approaching. It's not arriving here as fast as I thought, though. Here, I'm going to cut the video feed for now. I'm going to move some of my devices in because it may start raining shortly after the wind comes in here. Eventually the storm will wash away any annoying people who are... Whoa! There's multiple forks, but that was pretty much behind me. Oop, there you go. Here's the wind increase. Okay. Gonna cut the video feed for now here. Okay, video feed will be back in just a bit here. Just moving my stuff. Ah, Lucy. I'm just in the process of moving the camera further back here, so I'm prepared to go in. It's dusty. It is dusty here. The wind has just begun to pick up. I gotta move chat a little closer to me here. Can't really see it all that well from here. Ah. Sorry about the bad camera work. Unfortunately, I don't have a little fishing rod for a camera like Lakitu does. By the way, everybody, follow Loopy. You wanna see some? If you want to see some S tier artwork, that's the place to be. Woo. Spicy. I might have to do this just so I can easily read that. My house is shaking from the wind. There's a lot of... Look at all this dust. The wind hasn't even hit its full potential here, but the dust is still being, like, tossed over. Definitely a gust front associated with this. Oh, you know what? We're going to do a little bit of a camera view over here, too, because there's actually been lightning over here. Got a little bit of scud with these clouds here. It's hit its full potential here. I wouldn't doubt it. It's interesting. The storm decided to restructure itself roughly when it got close to the radar. Now it's a nice solid line with a whole bunch of wind. Thankfully, no rotation in the reformatting, so don't have to worry about that risk. It is non-zero in this cell, but I don't know, I wouldn't worry about it. I think the storm is very insistent on wind in particular. I should add some variation to the shout-out messages where it's like they check category and maybe word things a little differently if it's like if it's not a game. Well, the rumbles are not all that entertaining. It's just low rumbles right now, but we'll see. Wind has definitely picked up. I feel like I'm back home down south where the trees grow sideways. These trees have definitely been getting plenty of westerly winds, so... Yeah, I can see why trees would sometimes grow to gain a direction like that. Although these winds could easily change direction depending on the storm. Can you rewrite mind? Saying to walk up slowly and down smash? Well, I'd have to do a shout-out conditional for a specific user if that was the case. Might complicate things. Maybe in the future. I just know it's going to be a maze of conditionals if I have to put it through users and a lot of events. Right now I do it by group and I do it by category? No, role. I do it by role. The rain's starting. That is a lot of wind. Manager could just mysteriously close on me. Love that. Well, maybe I should get some bug spray on before I even entertain the idea of going out. Oh, that sewer smell is back. What is up with these storms bringing sewer smell? There we go. The light show we're getting here is something else. I'm looking forward to it. We're already starting to hit high frequency in terms of lightning strikes, that's for sure. I'm waiting for the louder thunder, though.
Okay, I'm on my main setup here, and according to OBS, the why is the camera feed not working? Can somebody? Oh, I had it in studio mode. That's why it was being weird. Hold on a moment.
Hey, this phone is stupid and decided to wait until I leave its ball. Hopefully we're back now. Just wanted to check what the polygon was all about. Oh, just say. Don't trust it. Hey, no moving. Shiny sky, my favorite weather. It's definitely my favorite weather by far. I've seen the visibility just a little bit ago before this annoying phone decided to fall while I was downstairs. Okay, I'm going back to my setup to check the polygon. Stay, phone. Also, the Twitch app froze again because it sucked. That was a good flash of lightning. Slowly falling because it can. Yep. Stay, phone.
There we go. Now it's actually staying. Oh, my monitor. Hold on. My one monitor's being really dumb. Oh, it's not just my monitor being dumb, it's the throwing software too. Oh, awesome. I love it. Throwing software does not know its own place, so it likes to go onto whatever monitor feels like it. Okay. There we go. Oh, did my computer do something dumb while this is all going on? Wait. I can... I'm not hearing anything from the phone camera feed. I'm barely hearing anything, so obviously my settings are still not set correctly. I've got it to monitor and output. Going between the live feed and the map every so often. That's because my phone decided to be stupid and fall. It's just gonna blame the phone, not gravity. Gravity's fault. Okay, so this polygon talking about rotation. Are we sure that's rotation? That looks like nasty winds. That's what that looks like. Whoa. Our particular area is not really in a rotation thing. But or wait, what is this? Oh, that's the old wind in. Okay, I was wondering. It's like there's a polygon nearby. Edmonton, you have a polygon. You have a red polygon. Significant damage in winds and minor rotation. Yeah. Yeah, those winds look like something, all right. Oh, I can't even see the combined chat anymore because one of my monitors decided to be dumb. Let me put this back over here. N. Oh my goodness. It happened again. The weather message overflowed into another message by 2 characters. 43, gusts of 45. 31.6 millimeters has fallen into past. What? What? The storm has only just arrived. What do you mean? 57.6 millimeters. That's like flash flood accumulation rates. What? I think my station's getting it a lot worse than we are. Rainfall rate max 274.2 millimeters per hour. Whoa. I'm gonna see if I can fix the phone camera settings because it's really irritating me that it's capturing practically nothing still with noise suppression off. Unless, hold on. I'm playing around with filters. Hold on. I'm not turning the limiter off. That's staying on no matter what. You'll need to tie a balloon to the phone so it stays aimed up. Yeah. Speaking of, I think I need to re-angle it right now. I shut off noise suppression and I shut off noise gate. So maybe we'll actually get some thunder now. Sort of. I wish you could attach a professional microphone to the phone without draining its battery. HQ thunderstorm recordings. Ah, beautiful. I haven't heard any real good things of Thunder yet. Where the heck's all the Thunder? We're getting some things of Thunder here, but I don't know. Haven't heard any claps of Thunder yet, but... Oh. This phone's doing a terrible job at capturing this. What if I take off all filters except for the limiter? Okay, so... we're taking a look at the minor rotation and significant damage in winds polygon that's over Edmonton, a densely populated area. Also, I'm gonna clear those arrows. That's just confusing. I had those there because I was testing if they were still working. I feel like there's still something on the phone interfering. Equalizer and compressor do not seem to be doing anything, so I'll just keep the noise suppression in. Wow, the thunder has to be real loud for the phone to actually pick it up. That's unfortunate. Yeah, we heard that one for sure. Oh. Oh, look at this. Hold on. We got a new polygon that went up. Doesn't really concern me. I mean, like, the Edmonton one doesn't really directly concern me either, but... Oop! Hold on a moment, guys. That was a power surge that my UPS just blocked. And unfortunately, Tits puts its head up its ass as soon as my monitors change. So I gotta fix that again. I'm just gonna shut it off. You know what? I'm just gonna shut off the throwing software. It's causing problems. Doesn't seem to have interrupted stream, so we're good. But definitely, that was a power surge event. I heard another UPS. So we have 2 UPS systems in the house. I heard another UPS system go off. Mine made a click, but it didn't beep. I don't think it totally lost power. I think it was a power correction event. I've actually had problems with the UPS login surges. Oh, actually, the UPS detected power loss for 3 seconds. Which was not necessarily true. My light actually did not totally go out in here. It went dark, though. Like, it was... There was a power fluctuation going through the cables and that. Well... Good old UPS. Hold on, I gotta tell the monitor to stop being dumb again. You know, I've got this one monitor here. And it does really annoying things when the power is fluctuating. Okay, so the UPS did record that event, actually. It was just enough of a dip that the UPS was like, nope, not good. Let's check how all the storms are doing in the area. So we got those polygons, one over a densely populated area, one over an area that has seen tornadoes in the past. That's like Fort Saskatchewan area. Quite a bit of wind going through here. And honestly, there are a few spots that are a little interesting. Some of it might be from noise. We got another burst of wind happening over here. This looks like it disorganized rotation, but it's there. Oh. Oh, will you look at that? Significant damage and winds detected. And this is the tornado potential polygon right here. This does not concern Edmonton, but just as a heads up, you guys might still get an emergency alert if Environment Canada decides to issue a tornado warning for this particular area. It's within your vicinity, so there's going to be a lot of people very confused as the storm passes over them, and if that's the case. But yeah, you got some strong wind directions going one way, and you got some strong directions going the other way here, so very much possible. Also, you can sort of see the motion in this storm if you look at the past frames here. But yeah, Edmonton, you're probably in the clear. The worst of your winds are currently exiting over there, so I think you guys will be just fine. As for towards the east here, you're going to want to be ready for this. It's a nice gust front moving through. Now, I'm going to go back up to the phone, and we're going to position the camera towards the, in a different direction here, because I think all the lightning is moving to the other side of the screen here. I don't like how focused the camera gets on any, like, vehicles passing by. It's really annoying. Like, why do you prioritize that? I'll say the live feed did freeze for about 3 seconds. So that makes sense. Yeah, there might have been a little... Actually, surprisingly, I did not get any drop frames. So OBS must have been able to catch up with whatever it had cached or whatever. But yeah, definitely power surge event there. My electronics are fine. They're all walled behind a UPS. The UPS can't keep up too much uptime based on everything that I have running right now, though. I'd say I've got about 5 minutes to shut down if we totally lose power. So it'd be like end stream, and then I'd have to start a raid. Except without Firebot, I'd have to manually start that raid without properly. Yeah, let's hope I don't have to do that. Oh, that was a nice fork. I saw that. But maybe not everybody did. I saw that in a vertical format. Okay. I'm going to go back up there and take control of that camera.
I am over here now, waiting a couple decades here for chat to load because the Twitch app is just slow. Now that I'm seeing the map, I realize that this is Canada. I'm not looking at Tropical Storm Bertha. No, Bertha dissipated already. I think it was even gone yesterday. Shortly after it made landfall on Texas, it went out. The next tropical storm / hurricane got to keep an eye on is Futazo, or however you say that. That one's heading towards Hawaii. This is a severe thunderstorm. A nice solid line of severe thunderstorms. Where the heck is all the thunder? I'm gonna give this like a somewhat high rating for lightning, but like I can't give it very much credit for thunder if we're not gonna get much thunder. Like I think I might be able to give it like scattered for thunder, but like nothing more. Okay, now that I shut that off, why is echo cancellation on again? I have to shut them off every time I have to restart this. That is irritating. Well, now you might actually hear thunder. That is really annoying. Got some outer bands of Bertha, but nothing too much in Houston. Ah, now you can hear it. Well, now you might actually be able to hear the thunder. If I ever have to reset the video feed, apparently the settings reset too, which, fun. Hopefully it's not too sensitive now. Might be sensitive to the point where you can hear our dog chewing on a one of her toys. Also, I'm just gonna... Maybe I could steer this up a little without having it. Nope, now it's starting to fall off. As soon as I touch the phone. Fun. Yep. If I ever need to show everybody the map for a bit, I can also just do this. And then you can see the map of the storm complex. I don't like what's going on near Fort Saskatchewan there. You see that notch? That's not good. You got winds going in the opposite direction and they're starting to focus. That is not good news for them. Our team already put a tornado potential polygon on that particular area. But let's not be surprised if Environment Canada issues something. They should be issuing something, honestly. It's either the eye of the storm or it's on its way out. Earlier it looked like sheets of rain and now it's a lot more calm. Yeah. Thankfully we're not in the area that's looking tornadic, so we don't have anything to worry about ourselves. Got very windy at a point. My personal weather station was within that red polygon though, so I don't know what kind of winds it recorded. Really fun to look through all of that. This storm is a nice organized line making its way through. Well, actually now it's not really a line. Like, glancing at the map there, you can see that it's sort of gaining more shape to it once again. However, that little notch near Fort Saskatchewan there, that's not good. On the on your left side there, that's reflectivity. On the right side, that's velocity. You'll notice right around that notch, you've got winds that are the different shades of red. That is the strength of winds going away from the radar. And the different shades of green there are going towards. And when you start getting more towards the grayish colors, those winds are pretty calm. And you've seen some pretty intense colors of opposing directions close to that notch. That's a sign of rotation. Now sometimes rotation is just storms merging, or sometimes it happens near hail cores too, just because of the force of all the hail and rain falling. But in this case, there's a notch associated with it. The storm shape matches up. It's not a very good scenario. And we might even be in the range of getting the emergency broadcast if there is a tornado. We'll see. Oh my goodness, everybody. N-Dog has just spawned a Tangia dungeon. I don't think the overlay is here, so just hit ! join, it'll join you up. Even though the overlay's not working, Tangia did register it, so ! join and you'll be able to join that. Hey N-Dog, I hope you're having a fantastic time zone. We're having fun, we got a nice little side of thunderstorms. It was supposed to be mostly a racing stream here, but then a storm decided to race on over here. Actually, it didn't really race on over, it more formed a solid line pretty close to us. It's been a great weekend. Oh, that is awesome to hear. Having a thunderstorm on the weekend makes for a pretty good weekend myself. Pretty happy about it. Oh yeah, and you got my my account there. As soon as the Tangia dungeon spawns, it immediately is bound to join. I wish I could do that in other chats, but I'm not sure if I'm riding the line of TOS putting a form of automation into somebody else's chat that I don't moderate for. It might not be against TOS, but even if it wasn't, I've also got to be careful with like what extensions you have and all that stuff. Speaking of being careful with extensions / mods, that problem, yes. Yes. I know there's a popular game that's dealing with some issues because of a malicious mod. I think it was actually a malicious mod that caused their Discord compromise. But one of the patches they released it pretty fast, patches that vulnerability, so there you go. I wonder how those PowerShell scripts are able to run, though, when by default remote execution policy is disabled. Like if you import a script from somewhere else, it's not allowed to run. Maybe it abuses some sort of elevate privileges thing that the game or maybe Steam has. I don't know. I don't know how it works finally. I've only read on basic details on how something like that works. I think before a mod is installed, it should go through your computer's antivirus scan and before it's allowed to run. Things are common and more obnoxious vehicles are noise polluting the area. And people are noise polluting the area. The Thunder's sort of getting a little on the boring side. Like the Thunder that just lazy rumbles and it's very barely audible. Not the most entertaining. Here, I'll bring you out and point you in. the direction where the action is happening. Sort of. There we go. That's better. It feels cooler, which is nice, actually. It's very welcome. We've had a lot of muggy days lately. And a lot of areas in the Canadian prairies were actually under heat warnings. And there was a bit of a humidex on top of that, so a bit of a relief to get this kind of weather moving in. Gonna try and get Daisy out for one last bathroom break. Alright, and thank you for swinging on by. I appreciate it. Enjoy the storms. I definitely will. Although they do seem to be on their way out over here. We didn't get any storms threatening tornadoes, but that's fine. That's all fine. We did get a lot of wind. I'm seeing a pretty significant puddle of water, or pool of water, sorry, on the ground. I'd take us for a walk, but we might lose connection doing that. But just down the road, I'm seeing a pretty big pool of water. Alright, so definitely got some flooding going on over there. If you heard any little jingle, that was our cat. Our younger cat. Since there's not much lightning and all that stuff, we might go back to Sonic Racing. Because right now it's just windy with the rare lightning strike and obnoxiously loud vehicles, noise polluting area. But before we do that, maybe I'll show you the kitty. Wait. Video feed. Hide the video feed. Show the kitty. If the kitty wants to stay. Meow. Well, now it's hard to see. I could do this. Oh, no, I can't. I can't, actually. Kitty. Yeah, you can't see. You can't see cat at all. The lighting is too low. She decided to go into a hard-to-see area. ECL, welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. Yeah, storm's pretty much done here. I'm going to be returning to my setup here. Just stand by. I'll be back at my setup in just a little bit.
Take this!